everyone, welcome to Puneet's Astrology. The channel has a new name, Astrology PK. You can subscribe to this channel to get notifications on the videos that I will upload. Lot more videos and lot more astrological content is going to come on this channel. Do subscribe my channel so that you can get latest updates on the videos that I upload. Today's video is something very different. This is not regarding any astrological transit or any Mahadasha or any specific topic on astrology. This video is somewhat related to a very generic question that we all have in our mind. Recently, few days back, I in my Facebook page, I requested my friends to suggest me few topics on which I can upload videos on, and one of my friend asked me a very simple question. When I looked at that question, it immediately put me into a mode of super thinking, because that was the most common question that all of us may have. The question is, and I thank her for asking me that question because that was really a good question. The question is, why do astrology exist? Very simple question, but a very thought-provoking one. Why will astrology exist at all? Now, to put this, let us understand science first. What is physics? We have the material existence of this world. We have forces in this world, nuclear forces, magnetic forces, electric forces. We have different kind of mechanical forces, kinetic and potential energies and their interaction with each other. These forces and these energy and their interaction is understood by some fundamental laws. And those fundamental laws we study and we call them physics. Exactly. Physics, in itself, is nothing but just a study of these fundamental laws. So, similarly, the astrology is also the study of some basic fundamental laws which is beyond the reach of physics, chemistry or mathematics currently. So the question again, why do astrology exist? First of all, astrology exists because we exist. We as a human being are born not just to take birth, eat, sleep, do some job and die, but each of us, each individual in this world has a specific person to survive on this planet. And that specific purpose, first of all, is to have a soul upliftment. What do you mean by soul upliftment? First of all, you must understand that each one of us is born for a specific purpose, and one of those purposes is to understand who we are as a human being. The purpose is to do good and be good. How to be a better person with each birth. And that is why we say that a human being has to travel so many reincarnations of birth and death cycle as mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Unless we completely understand ourselves, this birth and life cycle will never be conquered and we will never be we will never get moksha or nirvana, as we say. So how does astrology play a role here? Now, the purpose of the existence of astrology is like a power tool given to each human being. We neglect astrology, we neglect because it has not been proven in the language of modern science. But as I must say, each science evolves with time. Astrology has already evolved for so long years. I was a non-believer in astrology back when I was in young age, when I was in school. But I was born in and raised in an environment full of astrologers. Still, being a student of science, I questioned, because science teaches us to question everything. So I questioned astrology. How and when astrology can help us? How can astrology guide us? But before rejecting the science of astrology, I thought myself should pursue this science, understand the science myself rather than listening to other people. because that may be some other's perspective. I just wanted to create my own perspective, so I studied astrology. And trust me, after 15 years and after becoming an astrologer, myself, I'm still a student of astrology, I'm still reading. My astrological analysis is evolving day by day. But one thing I was sure, that astrology is not a waste. It's a very genuine and specific way of life. Astrology is that spiritual guidance with which you can easily understand the path of your success, the path of your life, the path which will lead you to proper wisdom, the path which will lead you to divine spirituality, which unfortunately no school, no university teaches in any one of us. We learn bookish knowledge, we learn the rules and laws of life, that means physics, chemistry and maths, but this life, the karmic life, we don't learn that. This is what astrology teaches us. Astrology exists to help us guide and navigate through this world by understanding our karmic map, how our karmic map is laid down for this birth, because this birth is not a notion of a fiction. It's not a fictional journey, it's a realistic journey, and this realistic journey is bound by laws of physics. So I must say that there should be some architecture behind this life. So the way we react, the way we talk, the way we look, the way we speak, the way the events happens in our life must have some striking significance related to some strict physical and mathematical laws. That physical and mathematical laws is basically interpreted in the language of astrology. The planets that we have in astrology is nothing but the personification of these laws. That's correct. That's the personification of mathematical laws. Because to understand a very complicated science and to put it inside our brain, imagine if 9 planets would have been alpha, beta, gamma and theta, and 12 houses would be A1, A2, A3 and A12, and then to understand the characteristics of all those houses will take lifetime. Rather leave aside learning astrology in 1 year. But since we have personified, since the saints have personified this astrology, it's quite easy to understand, it's quite easy to learn. And that is where the most illusion related to astrology exists. Astrology, my friends, is no joke. No other science in this universe will guide you the way astrology guides you. Astrology will tell you that in near future what are the times of caution and what are the times where you can reap the benefits of your work. That does not mean that astrology is saying that stop, don't work. No astrology teaches, no rules of astrology, no fundamental principles of astrology will teach you to stop working, don't do the karma, because astrology follows the simple principle, karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. So what I feel is, what I have read with my experience, is the purpose of the presence of astrology and the purpose that the astrology was very first given to us by Maharshi Parashar, Bhrigu and other rishis and passed down from generation to generation was that we human beings must understand our own architecture, why this body was given to us, why we are the way we are. And when we understand that, and our life will be completely different. If we know what are the problems that are going to come in our life, we all can take caution, we all can take precaution, because anyways, precautions is better than cure. So instead of falling down, we can prepare ourselves for the battle. That will eventually help us win over the situation and make us a better person. Isn't that great? But most of us get ourselves disillusioned and we feel that we are in control. Yes, we are in control, and that is why astrology was first of all given to us, so that we can take control of our lives. But what we do, we fall into the trap created by our minds, and we feel that these things do not really exist. So the very purpose that the astrology is there is to have a self upliftment of our soul, to understand why this world is here, what am I doing here. No, instead of doing deep meditation and understanding, which will also give you the same answer, astrology is a pure mathematical phenomena, an amazing mathematical precision of life. It's a karmic map. It will tell you what will be your karma in this birth, what was your karma in the last birth, and how you can change that karma so that you can basically get every pleasure that you can achieve in this human life and life thereafter. So basically, astrology is the sound of God. That's all I can say. Thank you for watching Puneet's astrology videos. Subscribe my channel. Please comment below. Give me suggestions on further topics and I will upload similar videos on your suggestions. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you.